It is over, the dust is settled, and Mexico are the champions. Mexico win the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup 1-0 over the United States in the final in Chicago. This is Mexico's 8th Gold Cup title. It's their 8th win in 15 editions of this tournament, and it's the 5th time in 6 finals matchups against the United States that they've come out on top. And this game was an incredibly exciting one. Game starts off, and for the first 10 to 15 minutes, it is all the United States. They're dominating the play, they're getting chances. Altidore has a great run, has a great chance to score, and he shoots it just wide of the right post. The US for the first 15 minutes had basically dominated possession. It was in the Mexican zone the entire time, and they were so close to scoring on multiple occasions, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. And then the Mexicans were able to settle in, and for the rest of the first half, past that 15-minute mark, it was pretty even, still a little tilted towards the United States, but neither team was really able to get any high-quality chances, and the US, despite having the ball for most of the half and being the better team in that first half, could not get a goal to put themselves on top. And then the second half started, and Mexico looked like a completely different team. They were dominating possession. They took control of the game in the second half. I don't know what Tata Martino said at halftime, but he said something. He made a formation change, and this team was so much better in the second half. They were running the play, they were getting all the chances, and about halfway through the half, Raul Jimenez in the box, a great back heel pass to Jonathan Dos Santos, the MLS man for LA Galaxy. Beautiful left foot one-time shot, bar down, and Mexico went up 1-0. And that goal would prove to be enough, as the US just couldn't find anything and could not break through the Mexico defense. And that goal was all that was needed to win the Gold Cup for Mexico. And, you know, the US played great this game. They had a bunch of chances. They really were playing with heart to start it off. And for a second there, I thought they were going to win, but they just lack the cold-blooded finisher, just the elite striker needed to be a force on the international level. Mexico has those types of players. They have Raul Jimenez, they have Antuna, Jonathan Dos Santos, guys who can score when they need it. The US, yes, they have a lot of guys who can score, McKennie, Pulisic, Altidore, Zardes, but they just can't be that cold-blooded striker with the consistency needed to just say when the team needs a goal that they got this. And that's really what the US was lacking in this game, is one clear guy who is like, I can score right now, don't worry. Because they tried a lot of different options, they substituted strikers, they had multiple players all kind of pushing up, trying to be the guy to get the goal. None of them had the ability or just the instinct to get this much needed goal in this game. And that is what cost the United States. In addition to that, despite the fact this game was played in Chicago, I don't know the official numbers, but when I was looking on TV, it was like 80% Mexican fans there. I gotta give so much props to all the Mexican fans who came out and bought tickets to this game and went to this game. They just made that look like an incredible atmosphere. But the fact that the United States got outsold to a game that they were playing against Mexico in Chicago is absolutely baffling. This game was put basically as far from the Mexican border as you could get. It was positioned in a place that you would really think that it would be mostly American fans there because it's Chicago. The Mexicans outsold them, and it was absolutely incredible to watch on TV, just knowing the fact that this game was taking place in Chicago and it was all Mexican fans. It really just shows how big that team is and just the amount of support that that team has, and it is enthralling to see that a team in CONCACAF can get that much support, especially coming from a Canadian fan where the Canadian national team can't sell out BMO Field in Toronto. I know that there's a lot of controversy around some things that the Mexican fans do, but just to have that type of following and support of a national team is an absolutely incredible thing. And that support is the reason why the Mexicans are the kings of CONCACAF. And just a quick talk about the awards won in this tournament. Jonathan David won the Golden Ball. And this is absolutely incredible. It's the second straight Gold Cup where a Canadian has at least shared the Golden Ball. Alphonso Davies scored 3 goals in 2017 to share it, and now Jonathan David wins it outright, scoring 6 goals in 4 games. He's just had an absolutely fantastic tournament. He was the best striker in that tournament by far, and honestly, I think that this tournament is probably going to springboard him to a major transfer this summer. I know that teams are looking at him from the Bundesliga, and honestly, if he's playing in Belgium again next year, I'm going to be surprised. Raul Jimenez won the Golden Ball for best player of the tournament. I mean, he scored 5 goals for Mexico, won the Gold Cup. That's kind of a no-brainer. Christian Pulisic won the Young Player Award. I mean, he was kind of one of the best players in this tournament, and then he was still eligible for the Young Player Award, so because he didn't win the Golden Ball, because the Mexicans won, that was kind of a pretty obvious choice for him to get the Young Player Award. And Guillermo Ochoa won the Golden Glove for best goalkeeper. Mexico only allowed 4 goals all tournament, and he had to win a penalty shootout against Costa Rica. So just being the guy who backstopped Mexico to the championship, he probably did deserve that award. So yeah, that's it for Gold Cup 2019. This expanded format to 16 teams made it so much better. This is probably one of the better Gold Cups, and I'm so excited to see what happens in 2 years. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit like. If you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.